Rio, Terry, Van Dijk. I keep wanting to say Vidic for some reason. Yeah. We're going to go for that drop bench start because I quite like that again. Tobe's just, I mean, you're going to say...
Yeah, I'm starting JT. I would bench Van Dijk and I would drop Rio.
Are you thinking about this just prime or just
I'm
overall?
including everything.
Okay.
I want, because longevity
So
factors
still
into
Van
it.
Dijk over Rio, even though...
Yeah, I just think that Van Dijk was the only centre-back I look at as a competitor to JT, at both at their best. I just think JT does have that longevity over him, and I think a bit more leadership and some other factors as well. But
fewer of those like we saw against Arsenal. I think Van Dijk the last few seasons had a few more of those. At his peak, like it was pretty much like flawless, but like more recent years, I don't remember like Terry like having miscommunications with Czech.
It happened, but for me, it's more like a lot of kids will throw out on there. Van Dijk hasn't been dribbled past, and he leaves everything to the other defender to deal with a lot of the time. That they're very different defenders in that sense. Or like now they'll talk about Van Dijk's passing, something that's so underrated in John Terry. Yeah. He could just switch it with either foot the entire time. Like, I remember there was an assist he got for Ashley Cole against Sunderland, where he just clipped one in behind and like Cole took it. It's a ridiculous goal. But yeah, he would do that every game. Yeah. I think I even saw there was a player who played for Norwich in an FA Cup I played against John Terry, and they were pressing in like a 4-4-2, and the striker was going to John Terry, and apparently like he kept showing him onto his left. And then he'd hit like a diagonal, just like perfectly. And apparently at half time he had to say like which foot is JT? Do we have the data on that? And they were like, we don't know. People
used to think Terry was left footed because the amount of like diags he'd do with his left.
I think Grealish even said when he joined Villa, like, all the players in training were like, what foot is he?
Yeah. Terry's on the ball ability is super underrated. James, what's your drop bench start?
I mean, the reason it's underrated is because his defensive ability was so good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
people just think of him as like a Brexit defender.
Yeah, they think of
really good
last
version.
ditch, and even the goals.
Great goal scorer.
I've gone start JT every day, drop Van Dijk, bench Van Dijk, drop Rio. One thing I will say that people always forget about John Terry, they go, oh yeah, he played in like a part of the bus team. No, he didn't.
He didn't. No.
Load of rubbish. Chelsea could play quite a high line.
Well, Carvalho was like the quicker of the two. We didn't need to.
Like, he could defend in a high line. This isn't this isn't 13-14 Liverpool, Chelsea, Mourinho part of the bus specific. This is legit prime Chelsea.
Yeah.
He could defend, he could pass, he could score. He was a proper leader, like you said. I just think he's by far and away the best centre back in Premier League history.
Yeah, that's fair.
Whereas Terry feels like he has that Brexit side to him. Like, he will put his head on the line.
Yeah. Was that England clip?
The England one,
He will do it. He will just put his hand in the way, his head in the way. Doesn't matter. Whereas Van Dijk, but he'll do anything to stop a goal.
Yeah.
Anything.
Van Dijk, okay, this is a good word. Van Dijk wouldn't have taken that kick in the face from Diaby.
Wouldn't.
That epitomised JT, to be honest.
Yeah, he would. And that's kind of what you want in a defender.
Are you willing to die?
Does that make him better?
As a defender, I think it does.
I can't get over, again, this is a recent example which I'm using, but it's something that Van Dijk does. I can't get over when like Martinelli was running through and Van Dijk kind of tries to look cool whilst he's doing it.
And it's like an edit.
Terry would have just been like, fuck off.
Yeah.
So yeah, like there is an element to which it makes it better. It's just funny that like you're going like, oh, Terry's more likely to handball it off the line, so he's better.
I mean,
I know it's not what you're saying.
It's obvious why he's done that, because he trusts his goalkeeper to like take control of that situation.
Yeah.
But he just completely mistimed it.
The will to win's higher.
Yeah, it is.
Almost. Yeah,
it is.
Yeah, great leader as well. Do you agree with their ranking?
Bro, same list.
Me too.
The only grey area for me is the prime versus longevity or prime versus career. Let's say with Van Dijk and Rio.
Yeah.
Because there was never as good as Rio is. And this is no disrespect to Rio Ferdinand, by the way.
They're three unreal.
Yeah.
To be third in this list, like that's okay. It's almost like Messi, Ronaldo. Oh, I think Messi's the best in the world. Oh, you're disrespecting Ronaldo, the second best ever.
Yeah.
How's that disrespect?
It's like you think Neymar's shit?
Yeah. Like, did you not see 18-19 PSG Neymar? It's like
wild. You can't just go 1, 2, 3, and then it doesn't mean you're disrespecting the third one.
100%.
I just think Terry had everything. Aggression was there, ball playing was there. These guys have spoke about it enough already, so I won't continue with it. Van Dijk, the difference between Van Dijk and Rio in terms of peak, you don't see Rio Ferdinand Ballon d'Or shouts, and Van Dijk deserved his.
Yeah.
So it's hard for me to argue that. longevity wise, I could just point towards the trophy cabinet, and then last year for Van Dijk maybe just like a drop off.
Yeah.
Rio was exceptional, man.
Mate, I was about to say, in a live stadium, I remember going as a kid. I didn't realise how quick Rio was.
Yeah.
Mate, he hoovered up ground.
Yeah.
Like, I remember seeing it in the flesh and being like, I can't remember what, it might have been Robin, like, ran at him or someone, and he's been like, fucking hell, like, he's rapid.
Yeah.
Like, he's one of those players that really takes you back, like, when you see, like, an athlete like that, because especially the size of Rio. He would just, he'd swallow up ground.
I got the same, like, vibe of Van Dijk, because you don't quite realise how quick he is, because he's one of those who just looks slow when he runs. Some people are just like that. But
he glides, doesn't he?
There's a clip of him, Adama Traore is running, and he just catches up to him and just eats him alive.
Yeah.
Okay, that's Adama Traore, quickest player in the league.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the one thing that I do miss about the way that Rio and Vidic used to defend, as opposed to what defenders do now, like Van Dijk, for example, extremely careful. That's kind of your job as a defender, just not let them score, right? So just tracking men, giving yourself 2 yards, never really get beaten. That stat that was on Twitter last year or the year before or whatever it was, where he's never been dribbled past. It is the way that he approaches the game. Nothing wrong with it. It's fine. Rio and Vidic as a pairing were just nutters, and they just used to attack everything. The whole premise of how they defended was, we need to win the ball back quickly so we can give it to the guys that can score goals, that can dictate play, and that's our role within the team. It doesn't matter where we are on the pitch. If it's a halfway line, I'm still gonna, which is why those clips of Fernando Torres versus Vidic exist. So it's like the approach to defending was just significantly different. I'm a massive fan of the old school defending, especially those two. But yeah, I've still, unless we're going to take into account longevity, JT, Van Dijk, Rio.
I think also, like, when people say longevity, like, Van Dijk does have more longevity than people. People act like it was like a couple
Just
of seasons.
Liverpool, Southampton as well, very good.
But also, even at Liverpool, he's had quite a few seasons now. Obviously, last season wasn't great.
I feel like at Liverpool, it's kind of when he joined to when they won the league, because then he got injured quite quickly. Although I'm not forgetting he played in the 7-2. I'm not forgetting that. 4 deflected goals. They were all clean goals.
I do not care.
Clean goals.
That is not a blemish on his record.
Once he got injured, obviously you didn't really see the best of him until that almost quadruple season, really. And then last year I thought he was poor, but he seems this season he's been very good in general until the last couple of games. Arsenal, and then should have given away 2 penalties against Chelsea, but he got away with that one.
It's just what Van Dijk does; they get away with it. But yeah, no, it's funny that we all had the same. I do think that it's closer with Rio than we're kind of making out. Like you said, like Rio's unbelievable. I think he'd be more appreciated now as well. Like,
he was athletic, like I said, he was athletic.
Athletic, ball playing centre half. Everyone wants one, don't they?
Yeah, he's a freak. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back soon. Also, go check out our games and our quizzes as well, because they're good fun, as well as the podcast. And we'll see you soon.
Paul Scholes scores goals.